What's up, guys? Welcome to a new market update. It is currently the 22nd of September 2023 to 10 p.m. Dubai time. Yeah, 10 p.m. Dubai time, and we are sitting here at my office, my desktop, and we're gonna analyze the markets, go over the major markets. I'm giving you updates. And yeah, I would say let's get it. Let's jump over into the charts. As you can see, we always start with Bitcoin. I'm currently in a buy position in Bitcoin. It is slightly in profit. We have a bigger stop loss since market volatility is at an all-time low for crypto, or just in general, markets are very slow. As you can see here in Bitcoin, we are currently in a buying zone. A very interesting zone, since obviously that's where I entered over here. Since then we had a little bit of an up, we came down, have a little bit of a consolidation zone. So yeah, as we can see, there's not much happening, so it's very slow, but still we had a good buy opportunity over here, which we called in the last update, and in our Telegram group, the Pharaoh value channel. It is in my link below, or basically the link is below, so you can join. It's completely for free. It's where I update you and send you all my trade ideas. As always, this is not meant as investment advice. This is basically just me going over the markets, talking about my opinion and what I'm doing, and you can follow if you want so or not. You take the risk. So again, market very low. We are in a buy position over here. We could re-enter somewhere at 26,179. Looking forward to see Bitcoin still finishing the open bullish sequence, which is the primary one, the blue one over here. As you can see, I'll just switch to a higher time frame and then you can see it easily. So we have been building up since the low in November 2022, a bullish structure, which beautifully played out. It is doing what it should do, and we are currently in the BC correction level, which means we are correcting from this move B to C. C is our end goal, the finish line, and we are correcting in between in the 50%, which starts over here, 50% correction level, which again basically is this whole move over here. Let me get it. So BC, since it's a BC entry, the SK system tells us to buy in between 50% and 66.7%. Funny thing is the 667 is the number plate of the new Jaguar that I got from Stefan. I took it over, check out the video, it's pretty sick. I will also link it below. So basically we are here in between 50% and 66.7 or 66.7%, which is our buying zone, which Bitcoin is currently reacting out. So we are looking forward to see Bitcoin making a move of about 30% to our target and then come back and correct. Now, basically, I don't see a lot of upside in Bitcoin. Many people are saying, hey, we're gonna drop big time still. I mean, obviously, this consolidation zone that we are seeing over here means that buyers are not really interested in getting into Bitcoin right now. Maybe we'll still drop below into the whole correction level, which is this one. This is the major and most important buying zone. So this is the first one, this is the secondary, or basically this one is the first one, this is the secondary. So this one is the strongest, since it's the whole correction level of the complete move, right? So this consolidation zone means that, again, no one is really interested in buying Bitcoin right now. There's no volatility, no move, which could lead us to a lower price and then a pick up in buy orders and then go up, or we can go up from here directly. But I would still look an entry for entry right here and be patient. I'm being patient with my trade over 4 weeks, and obviously always buying these blue lines is where, basically these turquoise lines is where I'm buying. One over here, one over here, one over here. So I'm buying in between, and yeah, just accumulating more Bitcoin. So that's about Bitcoin. This is the current position that is running. Okay. Let's jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum, basically same thing. We are also, since we have Bitcoin dominance, in the buying zone. Let me look for crypto and then we go on to Ethereum. Yeah, so Ethereum basically looks like this. Same thing. We are here in a buying zone, which is from this black sequence all the way up. This is beginning of this year. Since beginning of the year also built up bullish structure. and we are here in the whole correction level, building up this stability phase, this consolidation zone, which basically means we are building stability to go higher, okay? For a strong fundament, for a big tower to go high, such as the towers here in Dubai, we need a strong fundament which is embedded. This is the fundament that we are building for our house, for our basically tower, which then means price going up into C, which is our target for 2,400 US dollars per Ethereum, right? So this is the buying zone. Same thing as in Bitcoin, nothing special, nothing interesting. We are positioning ourselves over here and just getting in and buying. And I'm also obviously accumulating more Ethereum all the time. So Ethereum, really nice buying zone. A trade that you could do, for example, that I'm doing in Bitcoin is we take the whole correction level and then we take our long position, we position it right here. Profit target would be C, which is about 50%. Stop loss would be in between 0.786 and 0.822%, which is a 19% stop loss. So we have a CRV of, or basically a risk reward ratio of 2.79. So we are risking 1 to achieve 2.79 in profit, which is a very good trade. So that's something that you could do, and that's how I pick my stop loss and my take profit and just let it run. Keep in mind that most retail traders lose because of tight stop losses. That's why I have a higher stop loss of 20%, so we can give Ethereum, for example, or Bitcoin some place to move. Okay, let's check Ripple. Ripple is dropping, or did drop below our whole correction level, which is this one, the black quadrant over here. So we dropped even out of this zone below. I had a buy order open here, but the cool thing is what we can learn out of it, that, you know, I hit stop loss, and the reason for that being is if you check Bitcoin again. So keep in mind, this is already the whole correction level. In Bitcoin, we did not touch the whole correction level yet, so we still have downside to the whole correction level, which is basically here, which would be our primary entry zone. So it's a stronger entry zone, which would make sense if we say, okay, Bitcoin is gonna, you know, come down somewhere over here and then basically go up again. Here we would see more buyers coming in, and then comparing it to Ripple again means you know, we drop below the buying zone, which indicates the Bitcoin dominance and shows us that Bitcoin is still dominating. If Bitcoin wants to go lower, we don't respect the buying zones, which obviously the market does not have to respect, but mostly would respect. We are not supporting, or basically not respecting, the buying zones as of in Ripple right now, right? So that's why we drop below, and we are finding momentum over here in buying zone. So it's a good investment buying zone over here. Trading a little bit more difficult. Would focus on Bitcoin first, since we are still in Bitcoin dominance. But yeah, it looks good. I mean, if you're accumulating Ripple as I am doing all the time, it's good buying zones. Next target for Ripple would be at $1.4 per Ripple. Okay, so we have to see if we find the you know, let me check if we find good entries over here for a trade. Again, I would go with Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's what I did. That's why I have an open Bitcoin trade. But if you're looking to buy or trade, then entry zones are pretty interesting over here, especially if we go into a lower time frame. Then we can check what the market is doing, and in a lower time frame we see that bullish momentum is picking up a little bit in the lower time frame again. So we are seeing higher highs, right? So our precise re-entry in Ripple that I would wait for would be somewhere over here. Maybe trade a smaller sequence. But again, when it comes to trading, you know, that's why I open Bitcoin, because Bitcoin dominant. And that's always like that. Bitcoin is first dominant, and then Ethereum, and then we go into the altcoin season, right? So Bitcoin is the most interesting right now. But again, same thing. We are in a buying zone. We're even below the buying zone. So good price to get in, and if you want to invest, right? Another gem that I want to give you, or basically a gem that I want to give you, is a coin that I've been monitoring since a long time. And I came across them when Ripple got the SEC charge, because I was looking for events in the past where coins survived these kinds of SEC attacks. And there's one coin which is called KIN-USD, which made 600, like performed 600% in the last couple of weeks, which is basically insane. So if you find a platform where you can trade this coin, or just invest into it, it would be very interesting to check it out. It's a very small market cap still, very small coin, But you know, like let's say we enter somewhere over here, it's like 200%. From the low, it's 700%, which is insane, guys, because at the end of the day, we can find a very easy sequence over here, which is this one, right? So this one is a sequence. If you check it out, okay, the SK system, this would have been the entry zone over here. So we would have been in drawdown, right? We would have bought over here with a stop loss over here, got stopped out once, would have re-entered, and obviously target, okay, it's not precise, but target perfectly worked out, was over here, correct? So this one is a sequence which perfectly played out, and then obviously the whole correction level is our entry zone, which is this whole move. So this is our re-entry. Okay, which again, it went to the 0.786 and 0.822, right? Where we would have had our stop loss, and then we would have re-entered, and we would have been currently in profit 50%, right? So this coin actually is very, very interesting. So let's see where we can trade it. Kin USD. Let's check it out. Where can you trade Kin? So Kin was basically attacked by the SEC for being, one second, decentralized cryptocurrency, blah blah. So yeah, basically SEC attacked them. Same reason with Ripple, saying that they are regulated, should be regulated. But I guess they lost. They had to pay a lot of money. At the same time, their coins were frozen. So it means they could not produce new coins or give out new coins. So they had a supply shock, right? So they couldn't supply any coins anymore, which led in an increase of the price, which is insane. So 2017, they were launched. And then let's check in SEC, not SEX, SEC. Kick Interactive, yep. So I'm just looking it up because I have to recall. So SEC obtains final judgment against Kick Interactive for unregistered offering. Washington SEC complaint filed in USD June 4th. Kick sold digital SEC securities investors without registering their offer and sales required by the US security laws. Court General's motion summary. Judgment on September 2010, finding that undisputed facts established that Kick's sales of Kin tokens were sales of investment contracts and therefore of securities, and the Kick violated the federal security law and considered that securities did not qualify. Issuers seeking to use public markets. The court further found that Kick's private and public token sales were a single integrated offering, engaged in a single illegal offering securities. The final judgment permanently enjoined Kick from violating registration sections, blah, blah, blah. Kick is further required for the next 3 years to provide notice to the commission before engaging in enumerated future insurance offer sales and transfers to the as Kick will also pay $5 million in penalty. The SEC resident alone, the Ellen. Okay, perfect. So Kick is further required for the next 3 years to provide notice to the commission before engaging in enumerated future issuances. Okay, basically offer sales and transfer of digital assets. Kick will also pay. Okay, so 5 million. I'm not finding it right now. I'm pretty sure that they ruled that they are not allowed to give out any coins, or basically they didn't, which I guess they mean is by required to register them, so it makes no sense for them. So they had a supply shock, and basically if you see what happened, and that's crazy. So this is the SEC lawsuit, okay? And then basically they had to pay their $5 million in penalty, and at the same time they had a supply shock, right? So they couldn't provide or give out coins anymore, which led into an increase of price of 3,698%. What the fuck, guys? Okay, that is insane. So basically that happens when you are in a bullish market with a lot of volume and SEC regulates and rules, which would have happened to XRP. The small move we saw XRP doing and then coming back to its old price is because we don't have any momentum. If we would have had that in a bull run, this SEC regulation and outcome, then Ripple would have pumped to the moon like 100%. But yeah, so something to look into. I'm looking into it and seeing where you can actually trade it. So let me check it out. Crypto exchanges, let me see, Bidget, CoinTiger, Gate.io, and MX. Okay, so MXC would be interesting to see, and also if you can leverage them. But check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Interesting how it moves. Right now we would have like a good buy opportunity, which stop loss would be as following. So we would enter a buy position over here. Since obviously we should put the stop loss somewhere over here. Normally, right, I would just give it like a little bit more, space to breathe, like let's say a good 20%, and then obviously target would be at least a higher price. If you want to go lower, you can go back to the 50%. But I would do like breaking of the old price, which is 200%. Okay, so it's something you can look into. Small stop loss, risk reward ratio is at 1 to 10 or 1 to 11 nearly. So yeah, just like something to look at, right? It moves very, very fast. Today we lost 34%. Yesterday it was up like 60% or something. So depending on the leverage that you're gonna use, you can even increase the stop loss. Let's say you don't use like leverage at all. If you use leverage, then obviously we're gonna go into with a tighter stop loss, which would be 20%. So with a leverage of 5, we lose 100%, but then we make 5x2, we make 1000% in profit, right? So that's how the trade would run. So I'm gonna mark this one, and I'm gonna definitely open a position and trade it. Okay. So that's gonna be my position, 20%, and then go into and check it out. Okay. I mean, we can do it together right now. Let me just open my MXC account. If I don't have to register, I have to log in and put in my codes and everything. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. We just do it anyways. Oh no, but then I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it afterwards. Makes no sense to do it right now. You get it, okay? You can trade it on MXC. It's like just annoying right now to put in all the data and look for the codes and blah blah. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so very interesting. We continue with more with bigger coins basically. Let's go back to crypto and see, for example. So we did Bitcoin, we did Ethereum, we did Ripple. We can check out, but the thing is now with crypto, it's like all the other coins are gonna basically be the same, right? Because we are in Bitcoin dominant, so nothing really interesting right now to buy. Besides, I don't know, let's go over it. I mean, yeah, everything is dropping pretty heavily. Chili's, we have DOT, Polkadot, same thing, like so low, like not really interesting in getting into it right now. This is also Ethereum, just on a bigger scale. So this is our entry zone. That's it. That's our target, right? Okay. So nothing really interesting, right? When it comes to crypto, I mean, again, Bitcoin dominance, so same thing. So let's check maybe gold and silver. Gold did a very, very, very interesting move. Let me clean this. And it's perfectly running. So our last update, you might still remember these two arrows, and that's basically what it did. It came up again, went into our whole correction level, which is the quadrant over here. Out of here we have a bearish sequence, but it's finished, and then it came back, right? It came back over here, re-entered, and now we should see a dominant move down. If not, it is a little bit speaking more for the bulls, so I would be very careful, but we should see a move down right now, and maybe a trade would be a re-enter somewhere over this small sequence over here, which would be right here. Okay, so that's something that you can look into for upcoming week, shorting gold, and then seeing it do a dominant sequence that would go somewhere over here and finally go lower than this one, which would indicate a continuous bearish movement. But right now, with what is happening in the world and everything, gold is obviously getting more and more interesting. So let's see. It's a risky trade, but I would try it over here, and if it doesn't work, then not re-enter. But that's basically what is happening with gold. All in all, as of last update, we are still looking for it to go into this correction level over here, and then finally gain momentum and break its all-time high, which would look like something like this. Okay, so if we say this is the whole sequence, we correct somewhere until here, then we would have a dollar price of 2.7k per ounce of gold. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Again, short term for the next week, you can check out if you can sell it somewhere over here. Okay, and then our target for now, since we didn't have the correction yet, would be predictable to be somewhere over here, which also would mean we have a lower low than before, which means we are activating the bearish sequence, which speaks for bearish momentum, and that's where we should see the price go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's basically what is happening with gold. Silver, basically the same thing. We are in a selling zone, came back to it. Okay, so let's go a little bit higher. Yeah, so we are currently in this bearish sequence over here, which we are kind of undecided, like it's very undecided so far, because we have this bearish sequence, then we built up some bullish structure over here with this move, as you can see over here. Okay, so let me change this here, the color. Yeah, so this is a buying. We had the buying zone over here. I'll also change this one. Yeah, so this is the bearish sequence, which is a secondary sequence in this whole bullish movement over here. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so this here is the bullish sequence that we are in silver. Now in this bullish sequence, we started to have a bearish one, which is secondary one, the red one, which is activated. Activated why? Because price went lower than A. Okay, so 0A, and then price from BC went lower, so this here, and then we had an activation. That's an activation of the sequence, which speaks for bearish momentum. Okay, so this sequence basically means that we are in a selling zone over here, which it reacted out, came back a couple of times and reacted out of it again. Same thing as in gold, we could see we could look out for a sell opportunity. So this one is a selling zone, which it came up to and then sold off again, now coming up to it again. What we want to see is like something like this, and then an activation, right? So it activates, goes lower, comes back, and then maybe drops. Okay, that's something that we want to see. Right now, when it comes to an entry, I mean, if it comes back to this zone over here, we can sell it, right? As long as it touches here the 50, which is the whole correction level, or this one, the black quadrant, which is the selling zone of this upcoming sequence, which it's building, right? We could start to sell it and see where it takes us. It is a bit risky. Market structure is not as nice. Or you just wait for a dominant low and then a re-entry, right? So if it does something like this, then we would look for a re-entry somewhere over here. So also very, very side movement-ish, very slow, just moving to the side, coming up and down all the time. Nothing really happening over here. Okay, let's go into stocks. We're not gonna check out every stock, but every interesting stock. So we will post a new video about Nvidia. I just did analysis this morning. Nvidia is pumping as hell. I called Nvidia at 156 US dollars. We are currently sitting at $400. That was beginning of the year in my Pharaoh value channel, which again is in the link below. Check it out and join. And by the way, if you like this video, do me a big favor and subscribe, like it, just follow, stay updated, guys, because I'm really putting a lot of time and effort and professionalism and a lot of money into this. Okay, and obviously Daniel's too, which is the videographer that obviously afterwards cuts it and then works on it. Okay, so I would really appreciate that. Okay, I'll give you 3 seconds to do it. 1, 2, 3, go do it. Vámonos, let's get it, habibi. Perfect, thank you. So Re-entry zone would be at $303 per Nvidia, which I think it's gonna come back down. I will definitely accumulate because this stock is on steroid, guys. Over 100 and over 220% from the top, from where we bought in the buying zone, and that's how it looks if you buy in the buying zone, right? Came down a little bit and then pumped over 200%. Okay, so Nvidia, very interesting re-entry zone that I'm looking forward to is 305. I already have my alarm, my crossing alert on. Okay, another one that could be interesting is AMD. AMD is going into a buying zone right now. We bought over here beginning of the year. It's currently up 40%. Highest point we had was nearly 100% with a stock. Remember, we are talking about stocks, guys. We're not talking about crypto. Another one that could be very interesting is Microsoft. Microsoft is still very high. We are looking for it to come down, so not very interesting in buying it right now. Then we have Immersion Corporation, also in a buying zone right here. And we have ATVI, which is also still pumping, currently 20% up since we bought. And then obviously we have Meta, which is Facebook. Which is also currently up 150% from where we bought. We bought below the buying zone, right? Because that's basically when we entered. Re-entry would be at $208 per Meta stock. Okay, now another gem that I can give you guys is Coinbase, which is currently in a buying zone. We bought Coinbase in the buying zone. We are currently running in the BC, right? BC means correction in between the B levels and C levels. Oh, sorry, this is the whole correction level because BC is already broken. So as you can see here perfectly in the example is that BC was broken, right? And then we look for the whole correction level. Okay, so the whole correction level is this one over here. And that's where you can enter right now if you want to. I already entered, I already bought, invested some money, and looking up for a 86% increase when obviously crypto pumps again, because Coinbase is one of the largest crypto exchanges. Okay, yeah, that's basically it, guys. I mean, on the Forex side, there's currently only one thing that I'm swinging, and this is not your mama, but AUD NZD. AUD NZD is running in profit. I'm basically a swing trader. I don't do intraday trading. But I've been holding this position since weeks, and it was big time in profit. Now came down a little bit, but yeah, besides that, Forex also very not very interesting. Nothing really happening. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing. EuroCat, this motherfucker, look at this. Stopped me out over here and then completely crashed. Wow. Yeah, NZD/USD is still in a buying zone, so we could think about re-entering NZD/USD. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing that I would trade. Yeah, Forex pretty boring. S&P 500 is coming down a little bit. So, let me check something over here. S&P 500. Yeah, so we had a sell-off over here, you know, a selling zone, went a little bit over it, but that's okay because normally obviously our stop loss would have been as follows. Our stop loss would have been entry over here, stop loss over here, take profits before the last price, which would have been a wonderful trade. We risked 188% to make 2.94%. So 1 to 1.57 in risk reward, which would have been a beautiful trade. I didn't see it actually, so my bad. But yeah, we could look for a re-entry. So let's keep S&P 500 in mind. And that's basically it, guys. I don't see any interesting stuff happening in the market right now. I've been monitoring Bored Ape Yacht Club a lot, seeing their prices, looking forward to buy one. I have the money ready to buy one right now, but I still think price is coming down. I started to monitor them heavily in August, July, August, where they were 60,000. Currently they are 38,000. And there's one Bored Ape that I really like, which is this one. Yeah, bro, with the Soviet Union symbol, emblem. Fucking sick, bro, with the cigarette. Yeah, so monitoring prices of border Yakla. I mean, crypto, NFTs. Let's go over NFTs quickly. I mean, NFTs markets obviously are also very, very, very low. I think biggest low ever. Last year, September, we had a big pump. Now it's very, very, very low. I mean, crypto is low, so obviously also also NFT is gonna be low. Okay. So let's see for the top ones and what I would do. So if you are still looking to invest into the NFT game, if you can, obviously a mutant would be sick. I'm also thinking of buying just a mutant and then one penguin, like a pudgy penguin, and then just hold them instead of buying one Bored Ape Yacht. Because pudgies, the clone X are the deeds, and then we have mutants. Wow, Azuki floor price at $3.99. That's insane, bro. I still remember they were like at 12, 13, 14. Yeah, they are cheap. Maybe even an Azuki, I don't know. But like the top ones, they're still the blue chip ones if you're looking to buy anything in NFT game. But yeah, I either buy a Bored Ape soon, or I'm gonna buy pudgy penguin and a mutant ape. Yeah. And then Sandbox, Decentraland, and then Clone X, I already have one. Wow, price also dropped immensely, bro. So fucking cheap. Yeah, maybe if there's a lit one, I buy another one. Did I save any one of them? Mutant Ape. Yeah, this one is definitely sick. Yeah, maybe I just buy a mutant 7k, make an offer. Maybe I can get it for 5 or 6. Or Clone X. Which ones did I save? Yeah, this one, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of style, 2k, bro, like insanely cheap. So maybe I'll just buy a couple of NFTs. But NFT markets, I think they're still gonna drop. So I'm gonna watch out and then either get a Bored Ape or a mutant and a pudgy. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the market overview. That's what's happening. Again, make sure to follow, comment below if you have any questions. Again, there's no investment advice, my opinion, what I'm doing. All the trades and opportunities shown, you take 100% of the risk. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, just thinking out loud and recording it. So check it out, guys. And yeah, I wish you all the best with all the content here, all the value. Make sure to let me know if you have any feedback. Let's get it.